In this video, I'll show you some special things we have developed to help instructors who use the financial statement analysis module in their courses use it in an easy way. There are two essential parts to this. One is creating a self-assessment data file, which you then hand out to students. So students can learn to work through the way you analyze a company to your specific construction. That's fairly straightforward. You simply go through the construction yourself and save the file. It's just a text file, so you save it and then you distribute it to your students. You can either distribute it by email or your course management software like Blackboard or whatever way it is that you use to distribute electronic files to your students. The other thing you can do is create a file, do a construction just like that, and treat it as a solution to an exam. When you treat it as a solution to an exam, you obviously don't distribute it to the students, but you ask the students to go through the analysis and send you their files. When they send you their files, what we have is essentially a grading utility, or what we call an assessment utility, so you can check how their construction compares to yours, and you can see the same tree is done over here with the various topics. And what you do is you have to specify where your solution is. So I have created a little test file in a folder called Instructor Test. So this is my instructor file. So this is what I created as, quote, my solution. And I have files from two students, student 1 and student 2, and I constructed student 1 and 2's submission so that student 2 did it correctly and student 1 did not, just to show you how the assessment works. I open that file, and so that's done. And now I tell you what the folder is where all the student files are. And the default is the same, so you keep everything in the same place. The software obviously knows that this is the instructor's solution file, so don't, quote, grade that one. And then you simply pick the topic, say profitability margins, and you click the student constructions. And this is a report that you get. The report says that for this student 1, the correct cell value was this. It's correct, 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 correct. And here's something that's incorrect. And you can see what I did when I was deliberately making a mistake is I interchanged the interest expense and interest revenue. And so it tells me that I had the incorrect value. The instructor's value was 417. The student put in 483, and you can see it switched around over here. Other type, and this is just a summary report of everything that was correct or incorrect, and that's because we're only checking the values. If I want to know exactly what happened, exactly what the student's construction was, I can click full report, and this is far more detailed. What it does, it says that in the instructor solution, take everything that was there and compare it to the student. And so there are two types of errors that could be made. One is that there was something in the instructor solution that the student did not use. For example, they didn't use they didn't use sales, they used something else in place of sales. And the other is that they used something incorrect which was not in the instructor solution. And so it tells you, for example, that an item is missing or that they didn't do something. Okay, and so this is much more detailed. It's by student, and then you can see my student 2 over here has oops, I didn't do the tax expense, but did a bunch of other things correctly. And you can export this to an Excel spreadsheet. If I click that, it'll open up an Excel spreadsheet, and then I can use it to do grading or assessment or whatever it is I want to do. You can copy and paste it and so on. But it's very straightforward to do. If you have a solution set and you have a set of student submissions, this will give you a matching of what was done by the student submissions for all the students. So if you had 1,000 students, it could do that very, very quickly relative to what they did relative to your solution. The other part, which I mentioned before, was that you can assign a self-assessment data file for them. You simply go through the construction, save the file, send it to the students, and then the students open it up as their self-assessment data file and work through the problem. If you have any questions about this for any instructor, please feel free to contact us at valuationtutor@gmail.com. Thank you.